what's good everyone? It's Sal Post. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well and welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It's absolutely a pleasure to have you on board again. Thank you guys very much for joining me. King, you are the first. You are the first Breaking Dawner today. You are the first guy this morning. Well done. Congratulations, my friend. Big up yourself, King L. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing fine. Hope everyone is recovered from this weekend. I hope it's been a crazy weekend, hasn't it? It's been like, really emotional in regards to the result. We've been arguing amongst each other, disagreeing with each other, when in theory, we just want what's best for the football club. At the end of the day, we just wanted what's best for the football club. And we felt that we shouldn't have lost the game at the weekend. Good morning, Brian. How you doing, my friend? You're second today, mate. You're silver today, my friend. Silver. Look, it's crazy, isn't it? Oasis are getting back together. Of course, that is madness. Can you imagine Oasis getting back together? What do you think about that? Might as well get Blur, Cast, Ocean Colour Scene back together. Pulp. Might as well get them back as well. Manic Street Preachers. Why don't we get them as well? Absolutely. Let's recreate the best decade of all time, which is the 90s. I believe it was the best decade for music, in my opinion, which was the 90s. Guys, before I start, please, can I ask you to subscribe and smash a like on the video? Is very, very important. Now, we got news today about McTominay, of course, and Ugarte. We got news on the Sancho swap deal, which is crazy when you listen. My view on Osimhen going to Chelsea. We got obviously news about Juventus and their obviously transfer dealings, and I want to talk about Mason Mount briefly as well. So we got a lot of news to come, of course, at the end of the day, and it's going to be another jam-packed week for Manchester United, of course. I think it's the most important week of the calendar. Manchester United, the last week of the transfer window, everything can happen, everything might not happen. It's still up in the air at the end of the day. Now, look, the McTominay deal. Now, let's jump straight into it, head first, bath, into the McTominay deal. Let's jump into it. At the end of the day, the Scott McTominay deal is hinging on a few things. Scott McTominay is holding out for a payoff from Manchester United, which means that he has a last year on his contract, which he's entitled to a fee, right? And obviously, when you get a last year on your contract, you get an option of a further year. And he's entitled to a fee because we're breaking that contract, so to speak. So this is what happened with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and it should be straightened out. It might take a little bit longer, but it should be straightened out. Now, McTominay's being sold means that Manchester United will have an open goal in regards to Ugarte. They'll have the cash there, and they can just give a straight cash sum, of course, instead of doing loans with an obligation to buy and making it all complicated. They can buy the player on a permanent deal straight up, which is good for Manchester United at the end of the day, just to get the money paid, and that's it, and we don't have to worry about it in future, of course. Now, this all hinges on Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay leaving the club. Now, will Scott McTominay leave this club? Will he eventually leave? It's up to him. The ball is in his court. He has accepted personal terms with Napoli, but he's waiting out for a payment. He's entitled to this payment, but it's testament to the way, not testament, but it's just an example of the way we've been run over the years, hasn't it? By the Glazers giving these contracts out that, give the power to the player. We give too much power to the player, of course, in these contracts. Hopefully this is all going to change in future, and we can move on from these mercenary type of contracts, So it's up to Scott McTominay. If he does leave the club, if he leaves the club, then that leaves an open goal for Ugarte, of course. Ugarte will be coming through the door very, very soon. Of course, we can't wait for Ugarte to come. We've been waiting for months, it seems. It seems like months we've been waiting for Ugarte to play for Manchester United, to sign for Manchester United, absolutely. But this week is a big, big week in regards to that deal. A massive week in regards to that deal, guys. Look, it is the be-all and end-all of the transfer window. McTominay hasn't left yet. Sniper man, what's going on? Big up Grant Butler. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Ugarte, please. Yep, just spoke about that briefly. I'm going to delve into more of that. Delve right into it a little bit more. Sniper man, McTominay left. He's upset, of course. He's a big fan of McTominay. Almac, how you doing? Good morning, my mate. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. United haven't exercised the option to extend the contract. He's just being greedy. He isn't entitled to any of that transfer fee. Well. I'm not too sure about the finer details of Scott McTominay's contract, of course, but I haven't delved right into it at the end of the day. I do know he's on 60 grand a week, and he seems to think he's entitled. And what I do feel like it is greedy. We know it's greedy at the end of the day. But if he feels like, should I do my top button up? Should I do my top button up? Does it make me look like a bit like a butler or something? Let's do my top button up. Let's leave it smart. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it all smart. Yeah. At the end of the day, he's on 60,000 a week. At the end of the day, and you know, he seems to think he's entitled to that money. I mean, it is mercenary type. It is greedy. But at the same time, wouldn't you? If you felt you were entitled to that money, wouldn't you go for that money? You know, at the end of the day, if he feels that he's entitled, obviously the agent is going to be involved in this. The agent is the one who's going to be pushing for that money because he knows he'll get a big chunk of that money, of course, at the end of the day. He would. So, yeah. Sniper, I will miss McTominay. Oh, we're all going to miss McTominay, Sniper, man. We're all going to miss McTominay. It's sad, isn't it? At the end of the day, we have to spread our wings sometimes. We have to leave. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out. At the end of the day, look, one thing I would say about Scott McTominay, he's a fantastic professional. He played to the maximum he could. He got the best out of his talent he had, which was limited, of course. His talent it was limited, but he always worked hard, and he was an example to many players who don't put in a shift. He put in a shift every single game, and I give him credit for that. I will always give him credit for that. He knew what it meant to wear the Manchester United shirt, but you know, he just didn't quite have that talent. It's a mixture of things, to be honest. It's multi-layered, of course, guys. Sniper Man, after what did he against Brentford, mate? That's just one game. At the end of the day, look, we've got rid of bigger players than Scott McTominay. David Beckham, Yap Stam, for example. We've got rid of bigger players than Scott McTominay over the years. At the end of the day, Scott McTominay is designed for survival football, right? Survival football means that, you know, you're chasing games. You bring on a Scott McTominay. Now, I urge you to think like this, right? Imagine Man City. Think about Man City and Arsenal for a second. I know you don't like thinking about these teams. I don't either. But at the end of the day, think about Man City, think about Arsenal, think about Liverpool. Where is their Scott McTominay? Why don't they have a Scott McTominay type player? And I'll tell you why. It's because they don't play survival football. They play football to control games. Their main aim is to control games, to dictate the play, the pace of the game, and winning the game before they even have to bring on a Scott McTominay, for example. We're struggling against teams, so we have to bring on a Scott McTominay. It's called survival football. Manchester United shouldn't be a survival football team. Yes, it's happened in the past. It's happened in the past with our old football teams and stuff. But we were primarily a team that goes out there and wins the game hands down, smashes the team off the park, and that's it. We don't need a Scott McTominay now. We need dictators. We need people who can control the play. And we have the upper foot. If you know what I mean, guys. Almac, McTominay's conscious was 2012 with an option of further year extension. He is blackballing us. Absolutely, Almac, he is blackballing us. It's disappointing, to be honest with you. I do think that it has come to, it has a big part of it's to do with his agent, of course, in regards to the blackmailing thing. I feel like he is being pushed into doing this. Of course, the agent will ask for money. I'm gathering so. I'm guessing that if the agent gets in, the more money the agent gets for Scott McTominay, the more money the agent will get. That's what I'm guessing at the end of the day. But yeah, it's disappointing that it's going down this road at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, if he feels like he's entitled to this money, you know, he's going to fight for it. And it is sad because, you know, Scott McTominay had a good career at Manchester United. He punched above his weight. He did punch above his weight, and he should have left a long time ago at the end of the day. Shouldn't have been given new contracts, didn't have the quality for Man United, and he should have been moved on a long time ago. But he's had a good career at Man United. He's been looked after by Man United, and now he's asking for money, of course, which is disappointing in my opinion. I hope we sign him back. Who's he going to sign for? Real Madrid? Who's going to buy him? The buy-on clause is null and void. He's never going to come back. Sniper Man sometime. But for your sake, Sniper Man, I hope that, you know, you get your wish, and I hope you get what you want. But you can't always get what you want, of course. Good morning, everyone. Big up, Mr. Sal Utichi. How you doing, my friend? Gloria. Good to have you back, my friend. Good to have you back. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sniper Man, Arsenal have Havertz, City have Haaland, Foden, Liverpool have Gakpo and Salah. Yes, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. They're much more experienced players than our players, of course. We have Garnacho, you know. We have one of the best young players in the world, you know, in Garnacho. He's the first team for Argentina. I mean, Argentina are no mugs, only world champions at the end of the day. So you can't say nothing about that. In regards to the striker force, I believe that Rasmus Højlund will get to the level that he needs to get to. He will develop. Of course, he's still very young. So, be positive. Ahmad's a brilliant player. He's young as well. We have to be positive at the end of the day. Let's not compare our teams like Arsenal and City and Liverpool and Chelsea, for example. Let's just concentrate on us, on what we are. We have some of the best youngsters in the world. The only problem is what's going on right now is that we don't play our best team. I feel like we don't play our best team, in my opinion. I feel like Rashford needs to be dropped. Rashford, it's about time he was dropped. I believe that Maguire shouldn't start at the end of the day. And when I was looking at it, like, people were telling me that, De Ligt isn't fit. Mazraoui, according to reports and people at the club, Mazraoui was less fit than De Ligt, and he's playing. So why is that? Why is that? Derek Ten Hag has a habit of doing this. He'll play you till you make a mistake, and then he'll play like when Casemiro signed for Man United, it was the same. When Varane signed to Man United, it was the same. He left them out too long. But Mazraoui, it's okay. It's okay. But he's fitter. He's less fit, than De Ligt. So I feel like he should just play his best team. De Ligt, Xerxes up front. Forget all this false number 9 thing. Go for the game and stop messing around, in my opinion. That's my opinion on it at the end of the day, guys. How do you feel about that? Almac, are we going to be blackmailed by every player that is transferred? Do they refuse to leave unless we give them part of the champ? Yeah, mate, look, Almac, it is bad at the end of the day. We seem to be the only team in the world football of our calibre who has this problem with these players. They're coming out. I said a few weeks ago that McTominay was a mercenary, and they're proving me right at the end of the day, aren't they? I hope they wouldn't. I hope they prove me wrong, but they're proving me right at the end of the day. They're mercenaries, and asking for money to leave when you should respect the club, what the club has done for you, especially if you were punching above your weight. You got your chance to play in the Champions League, winning trophies, etc. Earn a big packet, earn a social media hype, for example, social media following, boot deals, sponsorship deals, all because of Manchester United, and you're coming back to Man United and saying, no, but you owe me this money. I think it's sad in a way. It is sad in a way. This is my opinion on it, how I feel. I predicted 2-1 with the feelings that Man United going to take the steal of 3 points, but it went otherwise so bad. Look, at the end of the day, I'm very reluctant to make predictions about the Liverpool game on Sunday. I don't want to make any more predictions because at the end of the day, my prediction against Brighton was 3-1 to Man United. Of course, it didn't work out that way, but we lost the game. And at the end of the day, mistakes were made from the players, mistakes were made from the manager. It was a multi-layered, all-round thing. It wasn't just a one thing. It's not tunnel vision here. It was a number of things that happened at the game on Saturday that went wrong. The substitutions were wrong. They were baffling to me. The starting lineup was wrong. They were baffling to me. At the end of the day, look, we support Ten Hag. I support Ten Hag. But we can't. It doesn't mean that we just back him blindly. We call out the mistakes when we do. Look, at the end of the day, this isn't Ten Hag FC. This is Manchester United FC. When he makes mistakes, we call them out. When players make mistakes, we call them out. This is democracy at the end of the day. This is Manchester United FC. And if it's not about I support this manager and I'm going to stick by that no matter what because I support him, I'm not going to change my mind. Intelligent people look at things from an objective point of view. They don't just look at things from my point of view is this and I'm going to be right, I'm never going to be wrong. That's incorrect, right? We're human beings. We're always sometimes going to be wrong about something. Someone knows more about that than me. Someone knows more about that team than me. At the end of the day, there was always someone who knows more than you. And at the end of the day, look, this isn't saying that I'm Ten Hag out. I'm gonna sack Ten Hag. I don't like him. He's a ball food. He's a peanut head, as some idiot's been saying on social media. But at the end of the day, I take it like this. I'm going to call out mistakes for what they are. I said last season that if there are mistakes, right, I will call them out. This is the 3rd season now, and I will call them out. Am I Ten Hag out? No, I'm not Ten Hag out, and I wouldn't be Ten Hag out. I don't think that helps anything. I think that I'm somewhere in between of the thing. I'm like Manchester United. I want what's best for Manchester United, and if Ten Hag fouls, he fouls, sadly. He fouls at the end of the day. I don't want him to foul. I want him to succeed. I like the guy. But at the end of the day, he fouls, he gets that. I'm not like those Ten Hag outers who are just fitting every single narrative and blaming it on Ten Hag. I'm not one of those guys. I will support the manager all the way to the end, okay? And at the end of the day, if he's making mistakes, though, I will call them out. And we have every right to call out those mistakes. He did make mistakes, and he is showing favouritism. And this is Ten Hag's weakness, in my opinion, guys. Let me read some of these comments. Let me just go up slightly. Blah blah blah. I predicted 2-1. Yeah, let's go to Sniper Man. I mean, he has his last minute goals and a vouch for him. Yeah, we have to vouch for him, and that is one skill of Scott McTominay, and we have to give him credit for that. He's very good at the last minute goals and a poacher, and that's what he is. But at the end of the day, as I said earlier in the show, I believe it's survival football. I believe we need to step away from survival football. In my opinion, guys. In my opinion. Ochichi, Erik ten Hag has a selection problem. Yep, he's so funny with bad decisions, like he does it on purpose. At the end of the day, look, I do believe that Ten Hag has a problem in regards to picking his best team. He does. He doesn't pick his best team, and this is a problem that he has at the moment. Every single manager in world football, successful managers as well, including Sir Alex Ferguson, has their favourites. I'm not sure why Rashford is irreplaceable. I'm not sure why he plays every single game. I don't know what's going on with that at the end of the day. Or maybe you can enlighten me, I don't know. At the end of the day, him playing every single game when he hasn't performed is wrong. He shouldn't be playing every single game. Garnacho should be starting sometimes, you know what I mean? It should be like that. I'm not sure why Maguire was playing. I know the fitness thing, but as I've looked last night and I've researched, Mazraoui was less ahead in his fitness than De Ligt. So why did Mazraoui play then? If the player's not fit enough, don't leave him on the bench then. That's my view on that at the end of the day. Good morning, Sonny. How you doing? Buongiorno. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good morning to you. I happen to all team, just that United is too large, so it normally anything United do. Yeah, absolutely, Sonny. At the end of the day, everything that Man United do gets blown up into a huge big deal at the end of the day. You know, we can't go toilet without it being broadcast in the news, etc. At the end of the day, Manchester United are the biggest club in the world, and we're going to be scrutinised whatever we do. And when we lose, they're waiting like vultures, waiting to pounce on us. That's what this media do. This is what they do at the end of the day. And unfortunately, they love it when Man United lose because it brings out the newspapers, it brings out those biased journalists that they love to criticise Man United. They hate Man United at the end of the day. We know that, you know. John O'Connell, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Do you think Ugarte is the last signing at the end? I don't think so. In my opinion, I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to put my neck out here, and I'm going to say that I don't think that Ugarte is the last signing. I believe we'll either get a free transfer or we'll get a kind of swap deal here, some there, or someone cheap. I do believe we'll get a left back. I believe that. I have to believe that because we need a left back. It was quite exposed at the weekend, the left back position. We don't have one at the moment, and I'm a bit down about that because at the end of the day, I wanted Kadioglu. Kadioglu went to Brighton Hove Albion, went for quite cheap at the end of the day, and I felt that Man United could have signed Kadioglu if they really want to. But as we know, finances, money's too tight to mention. Simply read. It is too tight to mention at the moment for Man United, of course. Let's read the other comments. Sonny, yeah, so normally you have to pay out his contract since you have 1 year left, so you have to pay out his contract. Okay, so it's not happened everywhere. I think it's to do with the year extension on his contract, the 1 year extension. Man United have not triggered it yet, but he seems to think that he's owed money. If he's owed money, then he's going to ask for that money at the end of the day. And the agent is going to force McTominay to ask for that money at the end of the day. Is it mercenary? Is it greedy? Yeah, it's greedy at the end of the day. But if he feels like he's entitled to this money, then why not? He's going to grab it, isn't it? Would you? Would you grab it? These guys are multi-millionaires. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to remember that Manchester United gave him what he is right now. He gave him the opportunity. They gave him the platform as well at the end of the day, if we're thinking about that. But it is mercenary. We have a lot of mercenaries at our club, unfortunately. John O'Connor, why take Bruno off? Bruno was the big talking point of the weekend. Why he brought Bruno off? We lost control in that midfield where Bruno got taken off. Of course, Bruno is very underestimated within the Manchester United fan base and worldwide. He's very underestimated in my opinion, and I feel like he's underappreciated. We do need to respect Bruno. When he came on, the whole thing changed. Look how we play without Bruno, look how we play with Bruno at the end of the day. I felt like we're okay, but in the game with Bruno and the false nine, but we do need a striker up there. There were a number of times during the game that Ahmad looked up and there was no one there to pass to. There was no one there making the run. There was no focal point to pass to at the weekend, of course. So I was very disappointed in that. Should we beat Liverpool as a big team and sit back and defend, or are we going to take it? As me, Almac, you know what I mean? I'm one of them guys who love attacking football. I'm Manchester United through and through, so at the end of the day, I love us to attack. I don't want us to sit back. I don't want us to invite Liverpool onto us. I want us to put them under pressure. Of course, it is Arne Slot's most difficult game. He's going to feel the heat at Old Trafford on Sunday. He's going to feel the heat, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm getting up to my hype ways again. He's going to feel the heat on Sunday, guys. Arne Slot is not taking us. We're going to take them down. F Liverpool. We're taking them down. We're taking them down, guys. Beware the wounded beast. Beware the wounded beast, guys. We are going to take Liverpool down. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to make a prediction, but don't worry about that at the end of the day. John O'Connor, looking very smart. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I weren't sure to leave the button undone or do the button up. It's a little bit tight, but I had a meeting today, and I had to. I think the collar's a little bit big. I look like Al Pacino in the 1970s. I don't know what I look like. At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, looking for I could read that again and again. Thank you, mate. Thank you. You should dress like pundit sometime. I should dress with a yellow tie on deadline day, shouldn't I? I should wear a yellow tie. Breaking news! Breaking news, everyone! Breaking news! John McGinn has signed for Shrewsbury. He's signed for Shrewsbury. Yeah, I should. I think I'd be good on Sky Sports. I've been on Sky Sports, by the way. I went on Soccer AM a couple of times. Kenny, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. The Brighton loss was on Ten Hag. Not only that, just him, but the players contributed. It was some old problem, same as last season. Do you know what, Kenny? You're absolutely right. You know, at the end of the day, we're all Ten Hag in. I'm Ten Hag in. I support Ten Hag, but I'm the most of all, I'm Manchester United in. Now, we supported this manager through thick and thin last season. When it was going wrong, we supported him. And we promised ourselves that there will be no excuses this season. But if he carries on making the same errors as he's made season out, we're going to call him out on it. You know, at the end of the day. Enough is enough. It's the third season now. You know, we're going to call him out. Are we Ten Hag out? No. Are we going to call out mistakes? Yes. At the end of the day, you're entitled to that. As fans, we're entitled to call out the mistakes. If he makes mistakes, we're going to call them out at the end of the day. And Ten Hag did make mistakes at the weekend. The team selection initially was wrong. The in-game substitution was wrong at the end of the day. In my opinion, at the end of the day. I'm sorry, I keep saying at the end of the day. I shouldn't keep saying that, to be honest with you. I've got a habit of saying at the end of the day. At the end of the day. Uchichi, please, Man United needs a number 9, please, because it was clear that there was no holding 9 in the squad. Man United created multiple chances, but no experience in that number 9 area. This is why Man United are interested in Ivan Toney, of course. Ivan Toney is a very, very important player up front, of course, can hold up the ball. He's got a personality. He's physical. But at the end of the day, if I speak like this, he's too expensive, guys. He's too expensive. We can't afford him. He's a great player, in my opinion. He is a good player, but we can't afford him. Our main aim is to get Rasmus back. Get Rasmus back, guys. Rasmus. Let's get him back. Rasmus is the future. Once Rasmus comes back, we'll be fine, guys. No stress. We'll be fine. We need that focal point up front, in my opinion. We do need that focal point up front at the end of the day. Kenny, why was Rashford still playing? He wasn't great against Brighton. Even against Fulham, he was crap. I know, mate. I know. At the end of the day, this is my opinion, and this is a democracy we live in. We have opinion about football. But at the end of the day, I don't think Rashford should have started the game. And I don't think he should have started the last 3 games, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I've got to stop saying at the end of the day. At the end of the day. And what I have to say is this, that is it his PR? Is it his wages? Is he an asset? You can't leave him on the bench. Does he have something in his contract? I don't want to mention anything too sinister, but at the end of the day, I think he needs to be dropped to the bench for a little while. I believe that. I believe even if he is a super sub, in my opinion. Uchichi, no doubt United is playing well, but the errors comes from the build-up play in the defence, and Maguire was shaky, lost his man, made a mistake, and Maguire's liable to make mistakes. I said it before the game, I'll say it again. Every time Maguire plays, I'm very, very nervous, because I know that he's prone to mistakes. Look, I'm an English man, right? I support England, right? And I don't like Maguire playing for England, and he's a Man United player. Even though he's done okay for England, I know he's capable of mistakes. And I know that he's not capable of bringing that ball out efficiently out of the defence if we want to play that way. So I'm not going to say at the end of the day, but I just feel like there's a couple of players there that shouldn't be starting. I'm not saying get him out, he's a fraud, get him out. I'm not saying that. At the end of the day, I'm just saying that some of those players there should be benched for a while. Do you know what I mean? They should be benched for a while. You know, I can't wait till Lenny Euro comes back. I can't wait till De Ligt gets in the side. What is the team going to be on Sunday? This is the key. This is the whole thing. You know, are we going to play De Ligt? Are we going to play Xerxes? What's going to happen? Is Rashford going to start? You know, it's a big decision going to be made again in this Liverpool game. There's massive decisions to be had in this Liverpool game at the end of the day. I mean, he can't lose that game. We can't lose that game. Absolutely not. Gloria, we have Højlund. Well, I can't wait for Højlund to come back. Guys, now you're starting to see how important Højlund is. Those guys calling Højlund a fraud, a teenager, a kid, a fraud. They were calling Højlund last season. Now you can see the importance of Rasmus Højlund, guys. He's a work in progress. He's going to be a star, mate. He's going to be a star. Irfan, good morning, my man. How you doing? Good to see you. Man United attack is very bad. Rashford Mount is not the level of Man United. It would be hard to get back to the Europa Champions League. 2 games, only 2 goals in that game. Look, the positive, if I could bring a positive about everything that happened at the weekend, is that it's early in the season, guys. It's early in the season, and we have to just calm. You know, we knew this is a process. At the end of the day, I know I put myself out there. I believe we can have a good season. I do believe that, 100% we can have a good season. It's the first game. Look, I know that a lot of these Ten Hag outers are coming out of the woodwork, scraping the crumbs off the table, etc. But look, they're going to hide again in a couple of weeks' time. They're going to go back in their shell in a couple of weeks' time. Don't worry about that. We will get there, guys. Believe me. Believe Uncle Sal, guys. We will get there. Look, I'm wearing a shirt like deadline day. We will get there. I'm serious here, mate. I'm like a lawyer here. I'm telling you, we will win this case. We will get there, guys. We will get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Manchester United till we die. We do this, guys. Real Madrid. It seems Rashford isn't interested in playing football anymore. He is the next Dele Alli. Do you know what? He's got a big couple of weeks ahead. You know, we cannot keep Rashford playing every single game if he's not performing. This is the problem that Ten Hag is having at the moment. He keeps picking the same player. And at the end of the day, he's got to change. He's got to change. Garnacho needs to start next game. Garnacho needs to start next game. I know that Rashford has a decent record against Liverpool, but we have to rotate and we have to pick our best team. Now, we tried 3 games with Rashford. It hasn't worked at the end of the day. So move on, bring on someone else. We can't. It's insanity doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We're not scoring goals, you know. This is the thing. Uchichi, for me, McTominay ain't greedy because contract is contract. That's true, Uchichi. Man United duty is to pay players while they play, whatever are called upon. McTominay has been humble all this time, while United needs to pay, of course. I mean, I would be humble if I had McTominay's lack of talent and played for Man United for the amount of time that he played for Man United. I respect McTominay, I do. I respect his effort levels. I think he has a fantastic effort level. But let's not kid ourselves here. He's punching above his weight. But you're absolutely right, Chuchi. If he's entitled to that money, then he's entitled to that money. He's going to fight for that money. It's the same thing that happened with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He wanted the money, he was owed that money, and that's what happens. If you're owed that money, if it's in your contract, you know, what can you do? The agent's going to push it. You know, it probably is the agent at the end of the day. It's going to push it, of course. Next one. Satish, how you doing, my friend? Hey, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream with Rashford, Mughead and Mount. No ways, Mughead. No ways we will beat Liverpool. Look, at the end of the day, Manchester United seem to do well against teams like Liverpool and teams like that. It's the low block we fail to do well against. I believe we will defeat Liverpool on Sunday. Believe these words, if anything, if you believe anything this year, just believe it. I believe we will beat Liverpool this Sunday. I believe it, and everyone will have that boost again, and everyone will be like, yeah, I told you. And this is what it's like. It's like me to you, from me to you, 10 Hag out, 10 Hag in, 10 Hag out, 10 Hag in. You look, I'm somewhere in the middle, right? I support the manager, but I'm not blinded by the problems within the club and what's going on at the club at the end of the day. I do believe we'll beat Liverpool on Sunday, though. I do believe that this is our chance to rectify the situation and get the win against Liverpool. If you're going to win any game, win that game on Sunday, and that will give us the morale boost to go on and defeat, Southampton after that, and so on and so on. That's what we need at the end of the day, in my opinion, of course. Almac, what is a wise move? To bring Xerxes as a link man, or should that money have gone to get a proven goal scorer? This is a big question at the end of the day. In my opinion, when we purchased Xerxes, I knew he was a striker. I knew he was an attacking player, one of Bologna's players of the season, one of Serie A's player of the season, a good player. I feel like let's give Xerxes a chance. Let's see what he can do this season. If he can put the ball in the back of the net, he's already done it once. I need to see him basically starting games. I need to see him start more games, and let's see what happens. He could be our man. I believe in Rasmus though, Almac. I believe he's going to be a star. He is. Trust me, was top scorer in the Champions League for a short period of time, but was top scorer in the Champions League a year ago or so. He was top scorer, so he has the ability, and he's proven he's got the ability. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope everything is cool. How Ten Hag fault? Ahmed wasted possession. How has Ten Hag fault? These players missed their chances. It's multi-layered at the end of the day, Mark. At the end of the day, it's not one person's fault. It's not another person's fault. We have to admit that he picks the team, and he has to take a slice of the blame. This is not Eric Ten Hag FC. This is Manchester United FC. Picking Rashford was a mistake. I said picking Maguire was a mistake. That's my opinion. Mazraoui is is less fit than De Ligt, and he played. And at the end of the day, I have my opinion on that. And it's not all Ten Hag's fault. It is the players' fault as well. It's a whole range of things that are a problem right now. In-game management was wrong. We have to call it out for what it is, mate. We've seen Sir Alex Ferguson. He's made mistakes. I've called Sir Alex Ferguson out when he's made mistakes. It doesn't mean we're Ten Hag haters. We're turning Ten Hag out. We're not like those fan channels who call him a peanut head and call him a bull fraud. We're calling out mistakes to help us improve. We want to improve. Now, let's forget about it. Brighton is the past. Brighton is the past. We can't fix it. It's done. At the end of the day, I said Maguire make at least one mistake. I was proven right. You know, I said that Euro will be out for months. I was proven right. At the end of the day, I don't talk rubbish here. Like, I got my contacts at Man United. I talk about it. And at the end of the day, even some of those are critical of what's going on sometimes. The in-game management is not the best, right? And we made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. But we move on, we learn, and we move on. And that's what it is at the end of the day. We move on. McTominay's substitution was wrong, in my opinion. Bruno shouldn't have come off, in my opinion. Whether he's injured or not, for goodness sake, it's the second game of the season. We're talking about fitness. But let's not worry about that. As I said, let's bring it on to the next game, right? It's Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool. That's what we need to concentrate on. Liverpool defeating the old enemy, of course. Defeating the old enemy. That's what we need to do on Sunday, is beat Liverpool, and everyone will have a different tune. Everyone will be happy. Exactly. Everyone will be up for the fight for the rest of the season. We need to beat Liverpool though, guys. Kenny fan, Højlund comes back in September, I think. We need Højlund back. You know what? It would have been nice to get him back earlier, sooner rather than later. He's such an important player for us. And I hope that people see this now. Rather than putting aside all the hatred for our players and stuff like that, which some other fan channels have, you know, it's about, you know, we're seeing now that how important Højlund is. How important a focal point, having a focal point up front, a man who can hold up the ball. You know, someone like that. Rasmus Højlund is highly underrated. Guys, highly underrated. Fantastic player. Young player. And I can't wait till he comes back. He seems so disinterested, to be honest. In regards to Rashford, yeah, that was a mistake. In my opinion, he shouldn't have started. Hasn't performed for a while now. Shouldn't just get shipped out. The common narrative is that Rashford should be leaving. Rashford, at the end of the day, his body language, not only that, he doesn't track, he doesn't run enough, he doesn't take on his man, he goes forward, he passes back, he goes forward, he passes back. He doesn't scare teams anymore like he used to. We used to be scary, guys. We used to be scary. I don't think we're scary with Mason Mount. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we are. As much as people are going to rate him and stuff, I don't think we're scary enough. We're not. Uchichi, how you doing? Yeah, Maguire is a slow player. He's not the current generation defender. In my opinion, Maguire's hefty. He's very built, he's very big, and it's very hard for him to move quickly. Like, in regards to De Ligt, he can move quickly. And if De Ligt played at the weekend, we wouldn't have lost that game. It's as simple as that. Whether you think he's fit, whether you think he's not fit, we wouldn't have lost that guard. A half-fit De Ligt playing that game, we would not lose that game. And I'm pretty certain about that. I'm pretty certain about that. But it's hypothetical, of course. We have to remember. Bashir, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you back. So don't panic, guys. We are traditionally slow starters and get back throughout the season. Yes, Bashir, absolutely right. No, we shouldn't panic. We should absolutely be positive, and we should. At the end of the day, I don't think we're panicking. I think we're just calling out the problems as they are. At the end of the day, we have our issues at the club, and we're trying to address those issues. It's too early in the season to talk about, oh my goodness, sack Ten Hag, oh my goodness, this is crazy. That's what those other people do. We don't do that in this channel. We talk about the problems of the game, and we say, how can we improve moving forward from that? How can the in-game management improve? How can Ten Hag improve? How can Rashford improve? How can Garnacho improve? For example, that's what I like to speak about on the show. Sacking managers is not my style. I don't like that sort of stuff. Getting rid of him, the bald fraud, the peanut head. These guys are rude, man. They're rude. And I've been seeing things online, and you can call them out who they are. They're rude, man. Talking about our manager like that. Talking about a guy, with the mitigating problems that he had last season. Have respect. Have respect. If you have an opinion about the manager, that's fine. You're perfectly entitled to be Ten Hag out, right? That is your prerogative. That's what you want. That's your choice. I'm not saying I'm the be-all and end-all of all knowledge and I'm the man who knows everything. No. You have an option to be Ten Hag in, or you're Ten Hag out, or you're somewhere in the middle. At the end of the day, I'm in the middle, and I call it as it is because I'm Manchester United FC. No one else FC at the end of the day. And that is how I pull it. Sniper Man, why is Michael Carrick telling me we will get there? Why is Michael Carrick telling me we will get there? Who's that? I'm not. Who's Michael Carrick? Sniper Man. You're going to get the sniper bin again, my friend. Sniper Man. How long until October should you wait for Højlund? So funny, you must have been in the position 10th in the table, or Højlund comes. We'll have to wait. So guys, you have to be patient, my friends. There's a long way in the window. Don't forget, there's still time in the window to do things in this transfer window. Now, I want to talk briefly about, obviously, Jadon Sancho. In regards to the swap deal that's been going on recently. We've been talking about swap deals and stuff. It's madness at the end of the day that we're talking about swapping Sterling for Sancho. God forbid. God forbid. What's going on with us? What's going on with us? God forbid. We're talking about Jadon Sancho. And Sterling. Raheem Sterling. Are you mad? Look, at the end of the day, if I was Man United, right, if you were going to pick any Chelsea player to swap Jadon Sancho with, who would it be? Who would it be? It's not Raheem Sterling. It's not Raheem Sterling. Not for me. Nada. Not for me. That's not happening in my world. Well, I don't want Raheem Sterling, ex-Liverpool, ex-Man City. I don't want him at Man United. I don't want Raheem Sterling at Man United. Who would I choose? Give us Palmer. That would be nice. Give us a Cole Palmer. I wouldn't mind. Who would you choose from that? Who would you choose from that Chelsea squad? I mean, there's a big squad to choose from. At the end of the day, let me get the book. Who do you want? A to Z. Who do you want from that squad? Who would you pick from that squad? Irfan, Chelsea 6 goals in 1 is a long time. Man United can only score 2 goals at a time for world-class players. Exactly, mate. Yeah, we need goals. We need goals. We need Rasmus back, guys. We do need Rasmus back. Obviously, there's Wheatley as well. I would like to see some of these guys given a chance. We'll have to wait, I guess. Uchichi, my problem is not Rashford, but why will Mount start alongside Bruno? Good point. Complete crap for me. What's wrong with Erik Ten Hag mental thinking? Bench Mount and place Bruno in a... Well, I think what he's thinking of the FA Cup final. He's thinking of the way we defeated Man City and completely schooled Man City in the FA Cup final, by the way. Basically, in regards to the FA Cup final, he played the false number 9 with Scott McTominay. Now, Scott McTominay is different to Mount and Bruno. Scott McTominay is more of a physical player. He can put himself about a bit at the end of the day. And this kind of formation, I know why he was playing it. He wants to retain the ball. He wants to get more possession on the ball. But I feel like, in my opinion, okay, this is only my opinion, I feel like that against teams like Brighton, you need to be a little bit more direct. You need to be a bit more direct. You don't need to think too much. right? You need a focal point up front. You need someone to cause havoc. You've got Bruno behind who can cause havoc anyway. And you need someone up front who can create space. That's what I would do. I mean, I like Wheatley. I really do like Wheatley at the end of the day. I think he's a monster for his age. He's huge for his age. And I think he could put himself about a bit. It's not just about, oh, he can put the ball in the back of the net. It's the spaces he will create for other players as well. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. Let's go. Uchichi. Xerxes will score goals. He's always in the right position. For me, I can start Xerxes alongside Haaland, and trust me, there will be no problem. I watched his movement. The guy can touch a football. He's a brilliant player, guys, and he needs time to settle in. He's still not 100% fit, of course. He's not match fit 100%, but when he gets match fit, you'll see a Xerxes. Xerxes is a creative monster. He's a machine when it comes to creating and causing havoc within the team. I don't know if we can play Haaland and Xerxes. Haaland and Xerxes might be a stretch. What we're going to play, a 4-4-2? What kind of position we're going to play? Because we've got Bruno as well, let's not forget. It depends what positions and what formation we're going to play at the end of the day, I think, at the end of the day. Big up, Mark. Absolute salute to you, my brother. Mazraoui played both the entire preseason. Did not go. In regards to his fitness, Mark, and I've been speaking to someone at Man United, very close to Man United. He was less fit than De Ligt. He's less fit, regardless of the preseason. Sad. But one thing I would say is that we the position in regards to right back and left back, we don't have the position. We had to play Mazraoui. We have Maguire, of course. So he could play right back, right centre back, of course. Naz Ferdi, Kadioglu been sold. What was the price? Around 25 million pounds, I think it was 30 million euros, something along those lines. Disappointed. I like the player. I know like a lot of players, people don't like the player. I do like the player. Good morning, Rainbow Dental Lab. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you back on the stream. Big up yourself. Hope you're enjoying Dubai and it is nice and warm out there. Nice and warm. Max should be loaned aside Brighton. Mourinho did us wrong. I'm just going to say that if McTominay's leaving the club, and I show big respect and I salute McTominay. The reason I salute McTominay, right, is because he's going to Napoli, right? He's going to Napoli, and that is a completely. I know my wife's from Naples. I go to Naples 4 or 5 times a year. I know a lot of people in Naples. I know people at the football club. I know a lot of things. It is a different world, guys. A different world in Naples as opposed to Manchester, right? And I salute him for making that step. It is a brave man to do that, a brave man, and I salute him in regards to that. But in regards to, he did punch above his weight for a long time. Alex, good morning, how you doing? Well, everyone has their, I would say knickers in a twist. I wouldn't say that. We say knickers in a twist in England. We say that. We are 2 games this year. I know, mate, people are overreacting. As my good brother, my friend said, PTSD. Mark, I know that comes from you, my friend. We need to relax a little bit, guys. We're not going to get relegated, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? Like, people acting like we're in a relegation zone in 16 games into the season. Come on, guys. 2nd game in the season. I guarantee you, guys, give it a couple of weeks. Give it a couple of weeks, right? We will be making those Ten Hag outers, those haters, all those guys swallow their words. Those peanut heads calling people peanut heads. How ironic. Do you know what I mean? How ironic. Yesterday, someone said I wrote a love letter to Ineos. I didn't write that letter to Ineos, by the way. It wasn't me. I just retweeted it. But certain people, fan channels, said that I wrote that letter and called it a love letter. Funny, they're talking about love letters when they're not even married. They don't even have a partner, whatever. They don't have nothing in their life. And they're calling me saying, you're writing love letters to Ten Hag. Listen, calm yourself. As we said, don't get your knickers in a twist. Uchichi, United need to gather points now with the small teams and stop waiting to beat the big teams. That's just 6 or 7 losing. I think it's to do with the low block, mate. We have a few problems with the low block. That is a problem I see at Man United. I don't know what you feel. I feel like over the last few years, we've had a low block problem creating chances when we play against the smaller teams. We play better against teams that attack us. Sniperman, as I said yesterday, Rashford is still getting over his fiancée. Guys, you know, surely Rashford ain't getting over his fiancée. I swear he met someone else. Come on, get over it, guys. Give the guy counselling, for God's sake. Oh, what are we? eHarmony? For goodness sake, we're Manchester United. Come on. Hayden, I think it's important not to get De Ligt if he makes a mistake as it's his first season. But we're going to play him against Liverpool. You know, at the end of the day, what a game to put him in though. Liverpool against Man United. It's going to be a tough game for him for his first game. If he plays that game, would you play De Ligt? Would you play De Ligt against Liverpool? That's the question. Go silent. In the silence. Kenny, we shouldn't be losing mediocre teams like Brighton and Crystal Palace instead of us waiting to beat. But yeah, I just read that one. I think. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Against attackers, their chances. We're talking about defender, to be fair, and you see De Ligt starting to fit. At the end of the day, I would rather him get match fitness against Brighton than chuck him in against Liverpool. But let's wait and see. He might not play against Liverpool. Kenny Faxel, big up Kenny. Yes, thank you, mate. Thank you. Did we lose to Crystal Palace this season? What's this about Crystal Palace? What's going on with Crystal Palace? I'm giving examples. Okay. I think you're responding to someone else. PTSD in regards to Ten Hag. Absolutely, Mark. Spot on. I think we need to calm down. I do think we need to calm down. Good morning, Sal. You think we'll need a striker? I don't think we're going to get a striker, guys. I don't. I think we'll get Ugarte and maybe a couple of free transfers. Hopefully we'll get someone like Marceau through the door, like a free transfer, left back, something like that. So don't be surprised if we do get a free transfer that we're not expecting someone comes through the door. That's all I'm saying in regards to that. Jesco, how you doing, my friend? Jesco 1878, I'm ready, said it. Ten Hag, a survival of the fittest. At the end of the day, look, I'm supporting the manager. I'm not getting carried away. At the end of the day, it's one defeat. I've seen us get defeated badly under Alex Ferguson. I've seen bad things this last 10 years, and we'll have to wait and see, you know, what this season brings. There's nowhere to hide for everyone. There's nowhere to hide. We are watching the game, guys. We are watching the game, and Man United need to put in a stellar performance against Liverpool on Sunday, and we need to put them to the sword. Will Ten Hag get the sack if we lose to Liverpool? No, he's not going to get the sack if we lose to Liverpool. At the end of the day, this is a process and we have to calm down, right? We have to calm down. I look at everything that's going on at the club right now. I see Chido Martin coming in. I see Kone coming in, right? I see Euro coming in. I see these great young players coming in from the youth system. I see the conveyor belt of young players coming in. I'm very excited about the future. Guys, if it's not going to be this season, don't worry, we've got a bright future. Don't worry. I've seen us not win titles. You know, I've seen us 24 years without a title, and then we ended up winning it in the 26 years. We need to be patient, guys. We need to be patient. Are we going to call out mistakes? Yes, of course we're going to call out mistakes. Are we Ten Hag out? No, hell no, we're not Ten Hag out. We're not Ten Hag out. No way. It's just opinion, guys. Sterling, nah, come on, man. Yeah, Sterling for Sancho. Sterling's 30, Sancho's 25. What kind of deal is that? And we got to stop going after Chelsea players that are in the dustbin. They're dustbin players. We got to stop going after Chelsea rejects, Chelsea dustbin players. The only ones I will go for are players like Cole Palmer, players like that. You know, they're the only players I will go after. Palmer definitely for me, absolutely. Sorry, I'm going back on the comments. Yeah, Sancho or Madueke's a good player. Isn't he English? He's English, isn't he? He could play for England. I don't know why he doesn't. He played for PSV as well, didn't he? Yes, I come back for Ugarte to come, Rasmus, De Ligt off the bench, and additional players to come in. Absolutely, lots to be positive about Hayden. Absolutely, lovely positivity, my man. Absolutely good seeing you every morning with your positivity. I'm Jesco 1878. I'll take the cash for Sancho and Rashford and buy Nico Williams. Would you swap Sancho for Chiesa? That's another one. Would you swap Sancho for Chiesa? That's a good one. Mark thinks like me. Mark, only Cole Palmer. Me too. That's the only one I could think of that I would even dream of swapping with Chelsea at the moment. Man played Anspire Premier League games. Yeah, Lavia. You remember Liverpool was celebrating the Lavia signing. What about even Tony? Too expensive, too much money on wages, and also we got to think about the development of our young players in regards to Rasmus and Xerxes and Garnacho and Ahmad, of course. Sell Sancho, money to buy a left back. If we can get money for Sancho, then we'll be great. But I don't think we can get money for Sancho at the end of the day. I don't think so. Adam, good morning, my friend. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I don't see any future with this to keep Erik Ten Hag as our head coach. Erik Ten Hag's repeating the same mistakes he did last season into this season. Wrong players, wrong selection and substitutions. Look, Adam, it's a democracy. It's your opinion. I feel like we should give him a chance this season. We'll wait until, look, this is a process. You know, lots is going on at the club. Just be patient. I urge you, Adam. I urge you, be patient. Don't call for the manager's head yet. Don't be on that side yet. Let's just wait. You know, let's just wait. We've got some players coming in. Things will change. Players will get match fit. Players will come in. Results will change, guys. Results will change. I'm not supporting the manager blindly. If he doesn't change, if players come in and he keeps making the same mistakes, then we're going to call out the manager for what it is. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. We're going to call it out what it is. For what it is, we're going to call it out. If the manager fails, he fails. But one thing's for certain. He's got my support. And he will always have my support until he's no longer at this club. Will I call out mistakes? Yes, I'll call out mistakes. But I'm never going to start saying he's a ball fool, he's a peanut head. I'm never going to start saying things like that these low-minded IQ people talk about on other fan channels. I don't do that sort of thing. You know, at the end, I see football for what it is. I don't see it tunnel vision. I see it for what it is. I have my opinion. You have your opinions. That's the way life should be at the end of the day. I keep saying at the end of the day, guys. I keep saying, I've got a habit of saying at the end of the day. I think I've got to stop saying that. Because I need therapy, guys. I need to get therapy to stop saying at the end of the day. Do you know what? It's shirt day today. That's why I'm saying at the end of the day. What is it? What did at the end of the day? What did Tony Blair used to do? At the end of the day. That's what he used to do. No actual bids coming in. Yeah, that's the problem. We ain't got any bids. So if we ain't got any bids, then what? Keep him. I think he can play false number 9 well. I think he'll play false number 9 better than Mount. I think he'll play false number 9 better than Mount. What do you think about that, guys? You can slaughter me for that all you want. This is the democracy at the end of the day. You can't get Cole Palmer. He's worth double Sancho. Lavia is a realistic swap for Sancho. Lavia. Oh, hey, Mac. Mac. You're giving me depression, my man. You're giving me depression. Stop it. Fans truly lack patience and realistically opposed to theoretical. It's weird seeing so many changes, so did approach and crying out for last season. Yeah, we have to be patient. We're not going to get success like this. And I'll say it like this. I'll say it straight up. If we brought in a new manager tomorrow, right, or today, this manager's not going to do any better than Ten Hag. In fact, he'll do a lot worse. Why? Because he's going to inherit a bunch of Ten Hag players. He's not going to have the philosophy inputted into his side. People talk about Arne Slot, right? People talk about Arne Slot. Jurgen Klopp prepared Arne Slot for his takeover at Liverpool. He prepared him. He had the team there, which is why he didn't sign any players. He had the team there ready. He didn't need to make any tweaks or anything. It was all there for him ready. Ten Hag inherited an absolute mess. A mess. It was a mess, guys. Let's not have Schultz-Mendy syndrome. We were terrible. We were at a very, very low place. Not winning trophies. Not coming in top 4. We were at a low point, guys. We have to remember that. We're getting there. I can see it. I hope you can. We just need to believe. Cohen, I think that, last year Rashford was on fire with those goals. Goals could have been simply that Rashford struggles to be linked up with Shaw last season. And that's another point I was making in regards to the left back. This is why we need a natural left-sided defender. I said it because they work well with the left midfielder. The left midfielder is Garnacho or Rashford. If they had a natural left back who can do overlapping runs, who's on his natural side, it'd be a lot easier for the left winger to work his stuff. Remember back in the old days in regards to Gary Neville, a huge part of Gary Neville's success, and he will say it himself, was David Beckham. And David Beckham's huge part of his success was Gary Neville. They worked well with each other. You need that relationship on the wing, guys. You need that relationship on the wing, and they need to find a left back. I think Harry Mas can be in the future. Hayden, Mount has 94% of his passes completed, as well as Brighton, to make the most out of errors because he's United gained the ball back multiple occasions. He needs to had a goal assist to his game. That's what he needs to do, Hayden. If he could do that to his game, then salute you, mate. Salute you. Absolutely. If he could do that. And I know he's capable. Because I've seen it. Kazi, good morning, guys. Hope we get Ugarte in just time for Liverpool. It's going to happen anytime. We're just waiting for that. Here we go, guys. We're waiting for that. Here we go. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining the stream. You absolute legend. 80 likes. 80 likes. Let's get to 100, guys. We need 100 likes. Let's get this video up. Let's move it forward, guys. Let's move it forward. Guys, Kazimia, calm your life. Who you talking to, guy? Who you talking to, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Calm your life. Calm your life. That's a new one for me. Calm your life. I'm going to use it. Calm your life. Actually, let me give you something. Calm your life. That is actually a good one, mate. He's just the guy's just dissed me. Absolutely. There you go. Absolutely. There you go. You've got a explosion from me. I don't usually give out explosion, but I don't know if that calm your life is aimed at me, guys. But you are absolutely gonna get a bin from me, Kazi. You calm your life. What you talking about? Calm your life. Sort out your life. Sort out your life. Lavia who? What the hell has he done in football? It's high. I don't want Lavia. No chance at all. Not in a million years. I prefer Jackson to Lavia. Bring in Jackson. Bring in Jackson. Ten Hag's army. Ten Hag has 2 assistants next to him. Does he listen to them? He does, mate. He does. He does. Come on, mate. He does. I believe that, James. I believe he listens to them. Look, Ten Hag is a stubborn man. He is. We know he's a stubborn man. He's like that. Most great managers, most good managers are stubborn, you know, and at the end of the day, they're going to take their own decisions, you know. I feel like he is a stubborn guy. But look, it's early in the season, guys. Let me just stress, it's early in the season. It's 2 games. Yet the game on Saturday could have went either way. It could have went either way, guys. Martin, Sancho has no value. We would be mugging off Chelsea swapping Sancho for Levia. What else are we doing with Sancho's contract? Look, in my opinion, and I don't know if Mark agrees with me of this, if we can't get a swap for like someone like Palmer, leave Sancho at Man United. I think he's a good player. Guys, look, you got to give it. I think he's good in the number 9, false 9 position. If Ten Hag wants to play it, that position, I think he can. But I would like a cash deal, unless it's someone who can help us. As I said before, if it was a Ugarte for Sancho swap deal, if it was an Ugarte for Sancho, then it's different. It's different. But I'm not having any of these Chelsea dustbin players, mate. These Chelsea dustbin players, they can go in the dustbin. Sancho's worth more than this. Sancho's 24, guys. Do you know what I mean? 24. Give him a chance. Give him one more chance. All right, he's made a mistake. Give him one more chance. Look, if he doesn't play well this season, we hold our hands up. But no one wants to buy him. No one wants to pay the cash. So just play him and give the man a chance. He's a young man. He's made a mistake. Just like Mason made a mistake. He's made a mistake. He's made a mistake. So let's just move on from it and let's see what happens. I would rotate him on the false number 9. I think he's brilliant. I can't forget a year ago when he was playing that false number 9 when we defeated Arsenal in the pre-season. Do you remember? Yeah. Kazi, 84 likes. Run up the likes, guys. Run up the likes. Run up the subscribers, guys. Come on. I'm on my way to 4,000 subscribers, guys. Let's keep pushing it up. Let's keep pushing it. I think I'm on 3,500 and something. I'm not too sure. 60 something. Guys, please push up the subscribers. Facts, big up, Mark. You see, Mark, we don't agree on everything, but we agree that ultimately we agree on most things. We do. Chelsea are clueless, fam. Absolutely clueless. But they won 6-2 yesterday, so they're going to be giddy. James, we are not threatening up. That doesn't help the defence. We are not threatening up front. James, I said it. Good point. I said it. We're not scary enough. We're not scary enough. In the past, teams used to lose games against Man United before they come out the tunnel. At the moment, I just don't think we're scary enough. I just feel like we need to be ruthless. We need to be scary. We need to scare the living daylight out of them. And that's not just the players. That goes with the crowd as well. Sometimes I've been to Old Trafford and the crowd is a little bit quiet. We need to be intimidating. We need to be scary on all fronts. Every single front, we need to make Old Trafford a fortress like it used to be. We've got to stop making it so prawn sandwiches-like. I hate to quote Roy Keane, of course. We've got to stop making it a prawn sandwich arena. Right? We need to make it Old Trafford, the theatre of dreams, the Red Devils. We need to make it scary. Man United need to be scary again. You know? Because that is where it is. It's all up here at the end of the day. Most of these teams play Arsenal, they play Liverpool, they play Man City. They're already up here, lost the game. You know? Lavia is now old and not achieved anything. I don't want Lavia. Absolutely not. No. You don't love me. Yes, I know now. But beat brother. Yes, I don't love Lavia. I never did love Lavia. So, yeah, I know now that I don't love Lavia. I always knew. Salam, bro. Walaikum salam, my friend. Sorry, Man United lose. It hurts. I can't even watch YouTube. Look, mate, I've been watching reruns of different YouTube channels and different. I've just been watching that, mate. Don't worry about it, mate. Do you know what? Adversity to the stars. Adversity to the stars, guys. We will get our place back to the top. We will get our rightful place back to the top, and it will be sweeter. You know what? You can't appreciate the sun unless there's the rain. You know? You can't you can't appreciate joy if it wasn't for the pain. Who said that? Irfan, Chelsea flop, no Macam money in the 40 million, no Sancho. No one's paying for Sancho, and we should keep him. Just keep him, and let's see what he can do, guys. Believe in him and put faith in him. He's a young lad. He's made mistakes. Move on. I've made mistakes in my life. If someone had a video camera on me my whole life, you would not even talk to me, guys. We've all made mistakes, guys. At the end of the day, look, if we cannot sell Jadon Sancho, let's just move on, you know, and just say, look, Sancho, this is your big chance. I don't want Lavia. I don't want players like that. I don't want anything like that, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Sal, our next generational talent, scored again yesterday. 3 out of 3, a record in Marseille. 3 out of 3 goals. He's got a record. The last guy to do that was Payet, Gustavo Payet. Greenwood is a young lad, and look at what he's doing. He's ripping it up in France. Thank you, Mark, for mentioning. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's ripping it up in France. Absolutely ripping it up. You know, and we got rid of him for what? Peanuts. I saw it in I did not know you knew Terry Christian, the word. If you know, you know. Nice. Thank you, Liza Rami. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, Terry Christian. Yeah, known him for a while. Absolute legend. Manchester legend, of course. Manchester legend. I've been in the music industry, those who don't know, for a long time. Terry Christian was in the music industry as well, you know, hence the link up and stuff like that. And yeah, brilliant. Oasis are getting back together. We might as well get Blur back together, Ocean Colour Scene back together, Cast back together, as I said. Yeah, we might as well get them all back together. We might as well go all pumping lightning seeds. Let's get the lightning seeds back together. Let's do it. Iceberg tastes so sweet before you go. Yes, big up Chongongwi. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. About to end the show now. How you done? I hope you're doing well. I was fully against selling Greenwood. We could have done with him in the team. On that note, mate, yeah, you know what? Self-righteousness is always going to be the downfall of the less wise, of course. Copyright, fam. Oi, it's not copyright. It ain't even in tune, bruv. It ain't even in tune. Listen, mate, it ain't even true. You dissing me today, Kazi. What's going on? What's going on with you? It's not in tune. It's only copyright if it's in tune, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's only copyright if it's in tune. Yeah, there you go. You get another one for me. You get another one for me, mate. Another explosion for you, my friend. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a bombastic, fantastic show. Loved it. That copyright. I'll be able to shug it on the phone in a minute. Shug it. Let my lyric. At the end of the day, thank you guys for joining me. It's been absolutely brilliant show. Buy the catalogue. Yeah, buy the catalogue. Iceberg tastes so sweet before you number. Yeah, look, there you can't copyright me, guys. I am irrecopyrightable. I am a ghostwriter. You can't copyright me. I'm irrecopyrightable, guys. Thank you for joining me, guys. You absolute legends, you. It's been a fantastic show. I hope to see you later for Breaking Dawn. If nothing else breaks, of course. If nothing else breaks, I'll be back for Breaking Dawn later on today. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you for joining me. I shall see you through the window, as they say. Take it easy, guys. Take it easy. And don't forget, right? Don't forget. Keep the positivity. Don't worry. Ten Hag is the man. He's the man with the plan. Don't worry. Take it easy, guys. Peace.